Slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture, films, and the world we see. Deleted scenes, where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Yeah, yeah. Steam it out on your YouTube, bro, let's roll.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being American and YouTuber Ronin, and I'd like to welcome you to tonight's episode of Coming Attractions for August 6th, 2026. I want to say hello to everyone currently following along on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. So please stand up and be counted. Tonight, we control the vertical. We control the horizontal. First one here, Ruby Hoove. Thank you for gifting a membership. And that membership went to Dave C10. Congratulations to Dave C10. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Ruby, once again. Channel member, Geek Flag with Nate Knows. What happened? Don't know. For a second there, it kind of looked like I was going to have to start my show an hour early. All right. Faithful Blue Wrench, channel member of the Bird Woman of YouTube. Watch out for her channel, Fluff Chick Productions. It's Connie Cleary. Pla to our resident Klingon, Mark Malnikoff. My co-host on the Mystery Movie Night podcast, Enigma Severus. And thank you, Connie, for gifting a membership. And that went to Mary Freyer, 3170. Welcome and congratulations. And thank you, Connie. Channel member JP RPH1. Host of Thursday Things, which just completed. My co-host on live from Spark121, bringing the raid in Netters Network. Thank you. All right. Man, is it just me, or are the weeks? I don't know. I don't know if they're getting longer or if they're getting shorter. I got to tell you, I'm getting to the point to where I don't know what day it is. I got to keep track. I got to keep a calendar next to me. I got to keep a to-do list next to me. And I find myself not having the stamina that I used to. I get to Thursdays, sometimes even Wednesdays, and I'm like, I'm out of steam. I need a vacation. I need a day off. And I know I'm not going to have a day off. I woke up last Sunday thinking I had to go to work. That's how bad it is with me now. And look, I need the job. I need the income. But I have a job that I'm starting to have some second thoughts about for a number of reasons. One of them is I think it is a young man's game. And, there are some days when, quite frankly, I have trouble walking. I don't know what's going to get me first. my colon, my back, my motion sickness, vertigo, whatever, or my ankle. It's probably going to be my ankle. I'm getting a little up there in years, folks. I'm 53 now. And I am at a point where I am starting to feel it, and which is why I'm glad that Netter made the topic of her show tonight what it is, and I can't stress it enough, and she's correct, is that if there is something that is going on with you that is beginning to fester. I've said this before on other shows. Don't let it go. Go out and do something about it, or at the very least, research it, because there are things that can be cleared up with home remedies. Then there are other things that are not. Hello to a new name, Peyton Evanson. G5S, welcome. All right. For those of you who might be new to this program, this is a show called Coming Attractions. It was formerly entitled The Weekend Update, and before that, the pregame show. And it's basically my chance to touch base with everyone who's one of my subscribers or channel members. It's a chance for me to let you know what's kind of going on with the channel and what's going on behind the scenes. And you'll find that out in even more detail if you decide to become a member. If you're new to the channel and you like some of the content that I'm going to be talking about tonight, please feel free to become a subscriber, hit the like, share out the stream, all the algorithmic stuff that YouTube likes. All right. So, like I was saying, basically, long story short, guys, get some sleep. I've joked around a lot here on my channel and on other channels about there's this joke going around that I'm the YouTuber who never sleeps because I always seem to be on. And I'm starting to think maybe that's true. As you'll see here later on in the show. But the thing to do is just get a good night's sleep. Eat as healthy as you can. Don't let a medical issue fester. Do something about it. And I get it. I'm not big on doctors either, guys. But I actually found some that I've come to trust. Who are actually diagnosing problems. And they don't have your their hand they're not trying to grab your wallet. They're actually diagnosing the issue. So that's a thing too. That's one of the reasons why I stayed away for so long. Until I kind of didn't have a choice in the matter. Because if there's something wrong, your body will let you know. And when you have a part of your body that is starting to hurt, and that pain is increasing, and you're starting to not to be too gross about it, you start passing different colors, you got something wrong. And when I started doing that, I found a doctor I could trust who, sat me down and told me what I have to do. And, now I'm about as healthy as I've been in a while. I'm not 100%, but I'm better than I was. Hello to the Horror King. Good to see you, sir. You're just in time because that was the preamble. Now I'm about to get to the main thrust of the show, which is, of course, what I'm going to be doing in the next week or so, both here on my channel and on others. So I am going to go ahead and share the screen. And show you what I have coming up here. All right, tomorrow night. This is going to be my first and, so far as I know, unless something comes up, only appearance anywhere on YouTube tomorrow night. And that is my co-hosting gig on Films with Friends over on Big Al Presents. And we are going to memorialize Sam Neill with Event Horizon from 1997. I understand Troy might be joining us as well, Troy Picelli. This is a first-time watch for Al. So I am going to be very curious to see what he thinks of the film. And I'm going to be there to talk about some of the changes that got made to the film between the script stage and to the final film that we got. Discuss the scenes that got cut out, some more infamous than others, of course. All right, brief synopsis of the film. You have this ship, the Event Horizon, that has disappeared 7 years before. The crew listed is missing, presumed dead. And the ship shows back up. And the fellow who built it, played by Sam Neill, along with the crew that's basically the Coast Guard in space, led by Lawrence Fishburne, has to go in and investigate and find out what happened. And without going too far into spoilers, the best way to describe this movie would be it's basically like Hellraiser in space. I've heard some people say The Shining in space. I think that works too. It's a pretty good film. I am a big fan of it. I saw it in theaters back in the day. There's a part of me that hopes we get like a director's version. But also there's a part of me that kind of thinks maybe it's best we didn't. And we'll be talking about that because, like I said, there is a lot that got cut out of this film. I would say probably about 10, 15 minutes. We'll be talking about that. I've read the original screenplay. Some things changed there. It's a completely different ending. And we're going to be talking about that as we go on. So that will be my appearance, my one appearance tomorrow. on Films with Friends over on Big Al's channel. So join us there. There was also another thing that I wanted to make you aware of. This is not a show that I'm involved with, sadly. But I did, one of the things that I want to do on here is to start shouting out other shows on other channels. And my co-host on the Mystery Movie Night podcast, Sin's Corner, has a special show tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. And she has an interview with a screenwriter and actor by the name of Jonathan McLean. And he wrote and co-starred in a movie called The Outfit from 2022, which you might remember with Mark Rylance, Zoe Deutsch, and Dylan O'Brien. Very good film. I recently picked up a Blu-ray copy of it. Now, unfortunately, I am working while the show's on, which is a real bummer because I was really looking forward to this. I know Sin is very excited about this, and I want to get as many people as I can over there to watch this interview live. This has been a long time in the making. And hey, speak of the devil, Sin is in the chat. Thank you for promoting this. He also co-directed the film. I just finished rewatching it to prep for tomorrow. Love this movie. It is very good. It really is. Don't usually stream in the middle of the afternoon, but our schedules had to be worked out. This ended up being the best option. Oh, I understand. So like Enigma, if I can, I might jump into the chat with a question or two. We'll see. But I want everybody to go over to Sin's Corner. And number one, if you're not subscribed to her channel, please do so. And watch A Cut Above. The interview with screenwriter and co-director of The Outfit, Jonathan McLean. That's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right. Well, that gets us through. That almost gets us through Friday, because there is another program that I would very quickly like to bring up. If the stream is up and ready to go. One moment, please. I don't see it. Okay. One thing I do want to remind everybody of, I don't see the link, but over on right after Films with Friends, which I brought up is at 8 p.m., head on over to Troy Pacelli's channel for his program, Friday Night Last Call, which he co-hosts with Aged Boomer and, of course, Netters Network. And this week's show is going to be all about Physical media. And he's going to have Greg of Fanzine Vids, Brian of that 70s rock fan, and of course Tom from Midnight's Edge After Dark, and I think Retro Blasting. Michael's going to be there too, I believe. And they're going to be talking about physical media this week on Friday Night Last Call. I'll be in the chat. That'll be tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern. Have I seen the 70s Spider-Man movies? Where did I think of them? I'm sure I did. I remembered the series kind of vaguely. If that's what you mean. But what did I think of them? I thought they were fine, but I was very young at the time. So they didn't have the special effects that we have now, unfortunately. No, that's okay. That's okay. I understand. Since says Spider-Man movies. They're awful, but I remember them as a kid. Yeah. I remember them kind of vaguely. Hello to FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim. Rewatching them as an adult, they don't hold up well. Yeah, I rather figured they didn't. Hello to Aged Boomer, my co-host on Live from Sparkwood and 21, and the host of Geeky Geezers, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. I do like the Captain America movies from the 70s. Again, kind of cheesy. But I like Rep Brown, who's Captain America in those in the 70s. He did the TV version. And I like that guy a lot because he really respects his fans. He's on Facebook. I think we follow each other, and he's a really cool guy. Yeah, based on kind of my brief back and forths with him, but yeah, look, when you start to get into like television of like the 70s and the 80s, and sometimes even back before that, because I was born in the early 70s, so a lot of the like TV shows from the 50s and 60s were in syndication. I grew up watching all of that stuff. So, I have a fondness for it, even if maybe they weren't as good in retrospect, Anyway, so that's Friday. A cut above over on Sin's Corner, her interview with Jonathan McLean. I joined Big Al Presents for Films with Friends at 8 o'clock. We will be watching Event Horizon in memory of Sam Neill. And 10 p.m., Friday Night Last Call, hosted by Troy Pacelli, Aged Boomer, Netters Network. This week's guests are going to be Fanzine Vids, Midnight's Edge After Dark, That 70s Rock Fan, and Retro Blasting. Going to be talking about physical media. All right, so let's get on over to my channel, and we will be discussing what is going to be coming up this week. Here it is. I've got it over on I found it over on Netter's channel. All right, so this is what I was talking about. This is Friday Night Last Call, the Save Physical Media episode. You see everybody's logo in the chat there. Um, so join the gang over there. That's Friday night last call, 10 p.m. All right. Hold on. The page jumped on me, folks. Give me a moment, please. All right. Live. All right. Let's see. So that gets us on over to Saturday. And I want to remind everyone that of over on Netter's Network, Retro Cinema at 10 p.m., hosted, of course, by Netter and Troy. And I think I'm going to assume Al's going to be there as well. And Netter, help me out. What was this week's movie? I knew it and I forgot. Anyway, Netter's Networks, Retro Cinema. There will be a movie. I don't remember which one. Netter and Troy, probably Al. Should be a good time. That's going to start 10 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will, of course, be in the chat for that as well. And that'll get us on over to the next broadcast. Which is going to be Saturday night karaoke. This is going to be beginning at 11:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 Central. This is over on Outlaw Bill's channel. If you want to hear a good group of people sing very well and me sing very badly, I usually join this program after the midnight hour. I usually start my simulcast at around that time. But I really do want everybody to watch it on the channel it originates on, and that, of course, is Outlaw Bill. So Saturday Night Karaoke returns at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. I will be joining that program after the midnight hour. And I will see you there. All right, I'm going to head on back over to my channel. And we will get to discuss what's coming up on Sunday. All right. So beginning at 4:30 p.m., the next episode of Western Cinema Presents. This is a show that, once again, I am also the co-host of. Created and hosted by Outlaw Bill. And this week's movie is going to be a movie Bill's been wanting to do for a very long time. And a movie that I have not seen probably in 30 to 40 years. This is a movie called The Frisco Kid with Gene Wilder and Harrison Ford. It is from 1979. It's kind of a comedy western. Let me get the synopsis up here real quick. All right. The synopsis reads as follows. Rabbi Avram Belinsky, played by Gene Wilder, lands in Philadelphia, intending to travel to San Francisco, where he plans on starting a synagogue. Quickly relieved of his belongings by a group of con artists, Avram optimistically sets out alone on foot towards the Wild West. He gets into one scrape after another until he is rescued, in a way, by a compassionate horseman named Tommy Lillard, who is played by Harrison Ford. Unfortunately, Tommy may not be as heroic as he seems. It's still a long way to California. All right. And this was a movie that was released July 6th, 1979, directed by Robert Aldrich, rated PG, and runs for 2 hours and 2 minutes. And of course, there will be my trivia section. We get to find out all about what happened behind the scenes. That'll be at the end of the film. As usual. Oh, and okay. Good night, Enigma. As usual with all watch parties, we are unable to show you the movies live. It's a YouTube thing in the United States. There's copyright, and we want Harrison Ford to like us. We really, really do. So yeah, it's been ages since I've seen it too. I don't remember a whole lot about it, honestly. So what happens during the watch parties, as will happen also on Al's show and on Nether's show, we will drop a link to the screening room, either the Cosmere Watch Party or whatever platform said content creator might be using, and that way you can watch the film along with us. But of course, we always prefer that you have physical media. We also understand that when you're talking about a movie that goes back this far, that might not always be possible. If you have your own copy of the Frisco Kid, congratulations. I know it's very difficult to find. It took Bill a while to find it, but he did, and we're finally going to watch the film. So that's going to be Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Western Cinema presents The Frisco Kid. All right, now we will start the next block of programming. With at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, with the next episode of the longest running show on my channel, entitled Unscripted. And this is going to be episode 158, entitled Daddy Daycare. And it's going to be kind of a continuation of Troy's Liquid Lunch show, where he was talking about Kevin Feige and everything that's been going on recently at Marvel. And yeah, I got a bone to pick too. So I'm going to be hitting on that and a couple of other things. Now, last week's episode was a rant. This one, I'm not planning to rant. This one's going to be I don't want to say that it's going to be a humorous show necessarily, but I am not going to be as let's put it this way: I'm not going in as angry, you know. Um, but yeah, unscripted, going to be talking about Kevin Feige and Marvel, and whether or not the new Spider-Man movie is actually, in fact, a win for Marvel, or is it a win for Sony? Find out along with me Sunday night at 8 p.m. Now, I did say that Unscripted is part of a block of programming because if you stay to the end of Unscripted, you will be automatically redirected over to Aged Boomer's channel for his program, Geeky Geezers, which he co-hosts with Troy Pacelli and honorary Geezette Netters Network. And it's going to be all about the Weekend Geek and everything that has been going on in pop culture news, video games, and etc. So stay tuned. Right after Unscripted will be the next episode of Geeky Geezers. Now, ordinarily, what would take place after Geeky Geezers would be my program, Reserved Seats, which is a one-on-one interview show with a fellow YouTuber. And I couldn't find a guest on short notice for this week. So there will be no reserved seats this week. But it will be back. I have guests lined up for the next 3 episodes for the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. So stay tuned. Reserved seats will be back with 3 brand new episodes, including a first-time guest. So stay tuned. I'm really excited about what is with what's happening with that program. All right. So you might be wondering, well, what are you going to be up to instead? Well, that means I have time to do a member stream. Those of you who are members, there are up to 10 of you now, with the inclusion of Repo Jack, Connie Cleary returning, and of course the two new members tonight, Dave C. and Mary Freyer. You will have access to Behind the Curtain, number 18. I'm behind on these guys. This is why I wanted to go ahead and do one this week. And this is the members only program. Open mic. And talk about whatever you want short of getting my channel yeeted, because I do that very well on my own. So Connie's already RSVP'd. Horror King, I will let you know. All right. So in place of reserved seats, which will be returning for 3 uninterrupted weeks, Behind the Curtain. This is my members only program. So those of you who are members, 90 minutes and they're all yours. So Connie's already RSVP'd. Go ahead and become a member, and you can join the show. All right, so right after that, the members will be automatically redirected back over to Troy Pacelli's channel for his Doctor Who rewatch as he finishes off the Web Planet story arc from season 2 with the true original First Doctor, William Hartnell. So that is Sunday. Western Cinema presents at 4:30, The Frisco Kid. Unscripted at 8, Geeky Geezers at 9, Behind the Curtain number 18 at 11, and Doctor Who over on Troy's channel at 12:30. All right. Well, that gets us on over to Monday. And Monday's Mystery Movie Night. So it's going to be starting for me around 7 to 7:15. And we have a couple of ideas what the movie is going to be. And we will let you know. However, the good news is I will be back home in time to join Troy and Netter for Last Call Members Night at the Movies. And if you're a VIP member of Troy's channel, as I am, you will have a seat on the panel. There's a poll up for members. I have a pretty good idea, at least right now, unless the numbers have changed, what that movie is going to be. And it's going to be a really good one, folks. So now's the time to become a member over on Troy's channel. So that'll be Monday night. So I'm going to the movies, folks. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Monday, and then I'll be back in time for Last Call Members Night at the Movies at 10. Who's my favorite Doctor Who? Honestly, I haven't really seen all that many episodes. My go-to answer is usually Tom Baker, because he was the Doctor Who was on when I was a kid, and when and PBS used to show Doctor Who on the weekends, and that's when the Tom Baker episodes were on. So, Tom Baker's kind of my guy, and when Troy gets to his episodes, I'm really looking forward to those. All right, so we've gotten through the weekend. We've gotten through Monday. Let's get on over to Tuesday. All right, for the Mystery Movie Night podcast, where I will be joined by Sin's Corner and hopefully Enigma Severus, and a round table of YouTube film critics as we discuss the movie that we watched Monday night, whatever that movie may be. We got a pretty good idea, but can't say yet. It's a mystery. And Tuesday night is Mystery Night, because the next program that after that, directly after that at 8:30, is live from Sparkwood and 21. And this is a show that is a retrospective of the Twin Peaks television series. its prequel film, Fire Walk with Me, its 25 years later sequel series to return, all the multimedia surrounding Twin Peaks, and the films of David Lynch. This is a show that I co-host with aged boomer Troy Pichelli, Netters Network. And we are going to be watching the season 2 episode entitled Slaves and Masters. And this is a episode that ends a major storyline that has been taking place. One of the OG characters does not survive the episode. If you've already seen it, you know who. If you're new to the show, buckle up, because this episode gets pretty wild. And some say that the season 2 had some instances that was like weird for weird's sake. I can't say that about this episode. This episode could have been in season 1. It really could have. It's that good. And it is an episode that is directed by the late Diane Keaton. And it's a pretty interesting one. David Warner guest stars. Dan O'Hurley, he is in it, who you might remember from RoboCop. Very good episode. So stay tuned and join us Tuesday night at 8:30 for Live from Sparkwood 21. And of course, to the end, and you'll be redirected back to Troy's channel for the next episode of his Sherlock Holmes rewatch, the Grenada television series, starring Jeremy Brett as Sherlock Holmes and Edward Hardwicke as Dr. Watson. And it's going to be at the start of what I believe was season 4 of that program. So, Mystery Night, the Mystery Movie Night podcast at 7:30, live from Sparkwood and 21 at 8:30, and Sherlock Holmes with Jeremy Brett at 10 p.m. Now, as you know, Wednesdays, I keep open. I take the day off. See, people, I do take a day off. So that gets us to Thursday for the next episode of Action Theater. And this is by viewer request. We had a poll during today's show where we watched Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Thank you to the nearly 200 of you who were with us live earlier today watching the show. Thank you very much. And thank you for voting in the poll. And by request, we're going to go for part 2, Dead Man's Chest from 2006. So join Bill and I 5:35 p.m. next Thursday for the next episode of Action Theater. And of course, later on that night, 10 p.m. over on Netters Network, the next episode of Thursday Things. And then you can join me right back here, same bat time, same bat channel for the next episode of Coming Attractions. Twin Peaks reference in season 1, Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. Cool. Yeah. See also Psych, Anything But Love, Saturday Night Live, and yeah, All right. Well, that is the show for tonight, folks. I want to thank everyone who was following along tonight on X. I want to thank everyone who is here in the live chat. Thank you, Netter, for the raid. Thank you, Ruby and Connie, for gifting the memberships. Congratulations to Dave C., Mary Fryer, and you are now eligible to join us for the Members Night show Sunday night at 11 p.m. I want to thank the Horror King for being here. All right. Well, I missed this. Welcome, YK Barry, giving us a verse of the day. Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed. Nor the Lord your God is, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Very nice. Thank you. And go with those words, good folks. Thank you, Enigma Severus, FKHE 2005, sometimes known as Tim, Aged Boomer, Sin's Corner, Peyton Evanson, our resident Klingon Mark Malnikoff, Geek Flag with Nate Nose, and I think that was everybody. As I say at the end of every broadcast, from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care, stay strong, be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.
Steven Ronin's back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture, films, and the world we see. Deleted scenes where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Yeah. Steve out in the YouTube, bro, let's roll.